Today I want to touch on how to get motivated in the gym. The first thing I feel you need to look at is the why. What I mean by that is, why do you want to work out? Is it so you can feel better, look better? Are you trying to feel more confident, to improve self-esteem? Are you trying to get women or men? Like, why do you want to work out? Did your doctor tell you to work out, or else you're going to start having some real health problems going forward? Whatever your reason is, that's a very important part of finding motivation and getting started in general. If you just want to look good and it goes no deeper than that to start, then that's fine. But then over time, as you get more consistent, you can start to build new goals. And I believe that if you invest in yourself a little bit, then you'll get more excited to get moving into exercise. Whether that's getting a new pair of shoes or workout gear that you can take to the gym with you and you're looking forward to using them, that's something to get motivated about, even as small as it is. I'm not telling you to go out and spend a bunch of money on gym gear or products or anything like that, but like as you start to progress and as you start to get more consistent again, those are just some things, just small things that you can look forward to as you start to build and maintain your rhythm. There's a saying that when an athlete dresses good, he feels good. And when he feels good, he plays good. You know, it's a psychological thing. It's like it builds confidence. Like when you're going to dress up and you're going to go out and you're kind of feeling your outfit a little bit. The next thing I want to focus on for a little bit is finding your thing. You know, if you go to the gym and lift 4 days per week, but you hate it, but you do cardio 2 days per week and you like that, then do more cardio. If you don't like what you're doing, how are you going to stay motivated to do it? You need to find the thing or activity that keeps you motivated over time. Try weightlifting, try different types of weightlifting like supersets, or try group training if you're someone who needs more of a social aspect. Try a bunch of different things and pick the things you like, and it will be easier to stay motivated to do those things that you like. I want to kind of go back to the first topic, and that's start with intention. Now this plays into the why. Something as simple as, I want to feel proud of myself today, or I'm here to take care of myself and have longevity so I can be there for my kids and my grandkids as I get older, are great ways to look past that more intrinsic or self views we have on working out and put it into a deeper meaning, into our motivators that go beyond what we want for ourselves. You know, don't look at the gym as, I have to do this today, or make it seem like work or something to just like to do like a checklist or something like that. The gym should be a time to disconnect from life, stress, work, and everything in between, and a time to understand that you're working on yourself. You know, you're building the goals that you want for yourself. And if you don't see it this way after trying for a while, then you need to reevaluate what you're doing because it's not working for you. Don't get me wrong, you're most likely not going to want to go to the gym every single day, but it shouldn't feel like this more often than not. It shouldn't be this, I'm going to a job I hate type of thing. And if it starts to feel that way for you, or things become stagnant, then you got to change up your routine a little bit over time. And your schedule plays a big part in finding your rhythm. You might be more of an early morning type person. You want to come in when it's calm, before the pre-work people come in, before the group training people come in, or you might like the feeling of coming after work, you know, after all that built up stress. You might want to release that after the long work day as well. You need to align your routine with the natural rhythm of your life so that it feels like a natural part of your day and your life and not an interruption. And as you build up your rhythm and get consistent, you know, as I told my friend who asked me if it ever gets easier, I want to say like, yes, like it does get easier and becomes a part of your day. It's something that becomes natural. Picture a football player catching passes. You know, he catches one pass, he catches another and another, he gets into a rhythm. Or a basketball player who takes repeated shots, you know, eventually just kind of get into this natural rhythm of things. You know, they start to get comfortable and feel like it's natural, and going to the gym is kind of the same feeling in that aspect. It does get easier over time. You just have to stay consistent. Another thing we have to look at is these small wins. You know, in the gym for guys, you know, kind of that standard bench press is like 225, or for women it's like 135, depending on the person and their size and weight and all that stuff. You know, people are so fixated on hitting that kind of target weight that they don't even pay attention to the fact that, you know, they've been benching 175 pounds when they started at 85 pounds. What I'm saying is that you got to focus on celebrating the process of getting to that point as well as that point. Did you stick to your routine for a week? Did you lift a little bit more weight than you did last week? Even if you just feel like you had more energy than you did before you started working out or a couple weeks ago, you know, you need to celebrate these aspects of process, because these are moments of success in this fitness journey. When you're driving for a long period of time and you see a beautiful view of like a river or a mountain, do you just ignore them and continue driving? Or do you stop and take a peek for a little second? You know, you just have to stop and just take account of these little moments along the journey. And this part's not going to be for everybody, which includes me actually, but this comes to music. And I know a few people who won't even touch the weight until the music's playing the right moment and the right time and the right bass drops before they even try to do a rep or a set. You know, music draws emotion that can really energize you, so picking the right playlist could be a motivator while you're already in the gym. So those are just a few things that are tips you can kind of use to like help build your motivation. But the last thing I really want to say here is that like this is not an easy road. Like if exercise was easy, everybody would look like a supermodel or a Ronnie Coleman. You know, it takes dedication, it takes reevaluating where you're at over and over again, switching routines, changing the normal time you go. You know, there's so many variables that come into getting motivated that it isn't something that you can just turn on and off. It's something that you have to kind of cultivate and nurture over time, and trial and error is going to be a big part of that. You know, it's something you have to build. You know, and all that said, you can do it. You just need to take these aspects I've kind of mentioned here today and tailor them to your life, because what works for you isn't going to necessarily work for somebody else. You have to find your own motivation. And if you're somebody who's like coming online trying to basically have somebody give you that motivation, that's not going to work. Somebody else can't give that to you. You have to find that for yourself. And that's kind of what I'm doing here, is I just want to be able to help people on their journey. So if you want more content like this and you want to join our journey, then go ahead and subscribe and ask any questions you have, you know, get in the gym.